back at it again with another podcast.
Man, this shit is like long.
That's
Can I get?
That's what she
can I
said.
see my?
What week is it? 5?
Yeah.
Welcome
sure,
back to Wait, Why Not Weeks. I'm Tiffany again, and I'm twice Alex's size today.
It's the angle. We spent a lot of time on the fucking angle too. Oh,
Yeah, we're a little bit late due to some technical difficulties, but
a
here
little
we
late.
are. Next week, I'm going to sit right there and we're going to see.
No, this is my side. It's already established. I picked.
Well, it's also my side. What if I want that to be my side too?
We could switch every 5 weeks. We should start facing and get a blanket because it's freezing.
I'm freezing. Just one big blanket.
This is we're taking the chit chat part too serious.
So it is a new year. Do you have any resolutions?
No.
Really? Not
like,
one.
Care a little less about people. That's how I feel. I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to be a little bit more positive. Like, I'm a super sarcastic person, and like,
oh really? I didn't notice.
Fuck you, bro. And then like being negative and stuff like all the time. I'm gonna try to be more positive. And
you mean attitude wise or thought wise?
Both, because I feel like they go hand in hand, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And just to be more grateful.
It is a Scorpio struggle for you to not be negative.
Yeah, it is, for real. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything dumb like lose weight or save money. Like those are just like stereotypical New Year's resolutions. But yeah, or like when people say they're gonna quit smoking, never happened. Never happened.
I feel like there was something. I don't know. I feel like I already have new stuff going on, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah. How was your New Year's?
It was good. We got super dressed up and then ordered dinner instead of going out.
That's awesome.
Did you see my dress? Did you fucking see my dress, Tiff?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see it?
My
dress was bomb, okay? I didn't see it.
Maybe I saw it and I didn't know it was your New Year's vibe.
She has me blocked on Instagram. You have me muted. You're like
boring. Not enough butt stuff.
Oh,
see? Just kidding. Maybe you posted more.
I was trying to butt it up for you. It was very bootyful.
Oh, see? Damn it, I missed it.
Okay, it's still up. You can see it. I'm just saying. It's a bomb-ass dress. Go check it out.
Yeah. My New Year's, I didn't do anything. I worked until 10:30. Went and chilled with my family for like an hour and a half. By 12:15, I was out the door. I was done. I'm not like.
At least you spent it with them.
Yeah, for sure. But when I was younger, like we would go shot for shot. Like we would take 30 shots each. Like me and me and all my cousins, we would play this game. I can't remember.
Oh, you actually like celebrated New Year's? Okay.
Yeah.
Like I would go somewhere, but I wouldn't. That's not like a family thing.
No. So I have like so many cousins, and we would each bring like a bottle of Patron, and then we would all go like shot for shot and see who won. And
so who wins?
It was my cousin Jason, but I don't know if he really won because he blacked out and threw up all over. So I'm like, do you really win?
Right? Isn't there like a holding?
You feel like you gotta hold it the next day. You
like lost. If you do an eating contest and you throw up, like you lose the contest.
Is that's how that goes?
I think so, yeah.
Damn, I think he waited until he won and then he threw up. It was something like that. But yeah, maybe next year. What do we got going on today?
Well, the topic today. Oh, okay. New relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I always have something in my relationship that like goes with the freaking topic of the day, right?
Right.
So it's jealousy. Okay. We've been dealing with a lot of jealousy stuff, but not between us. It's been like people waiting for us to get super jealous of each other. Does that make sense?
Right.
So like, remember I talked to you a few weeks ago about how like he went to that rave like during Halloween? I forgot what it's called. I don't know if Troy wants to tell me what it was called, the Halloween one that he went to. And he went with like 2 girlfriends.
Oh, Beyond Wonderland. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Beyond Wonderland?
Is it? Is that not the Halloween one?
I don't know. whatever. Anyway, that freaking one that we have.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't want to go because I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like glad that I was like, oh, thank God, go with them.
Right.
Cool. Right.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, like one of his girl coworkers was like, how are you guys okay? Oh, I was still working there too, by the way.
Yeah.
They're like, how are you guys okay?
Yeah.
Like, you just went to a rave all night with like girlfriends and da-da-da. I'm just like, who asked that? How freaking weird.
Yeah. Someone insecure that could not
fathom.
fathom.
Like, people keep waiting for us to fight. Like the other day too, I think this was last night, I like had my phone on the bar and I saw a friend and we like hugged, and it was like a drifting kind of hug that like lingered. And I moved like far from the counter, and he like took my phone and put it like on his side. And then at some point when I grabbed it back, like the guys thought that I was grabbing his phone to go through it. Oh. And I'm like, no, fool. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, well, so he had your phone because he was going through it. And I'm like, no. Like, oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. Like, or he just gets asked all the time, like, oh, is she jealous? And he's like, no. I'm like, no. Relax. That's everyone waiting for us to be like.
That's super common in those like working in bars and shit like that though, like because they're flirting, you know what I mean? It's part of how they make their money. That's really how they get their tips, is being charming.
But I'm like, he can flirt all.
But you're secure about it.
Yeah, I'm like, if he's spending the money on me, go ahead.
Yeah, people that are not.
But isn't it weird that people are asking so much? They're like waiting for us to fight.
No, I think that's just what they expect because that's what they do in their relationship, and so it's odd to see people not argue, not be insecure, because you see more toxic and like insecure relationships than you do see secure ones, right? So thanks Love and Hip Hop and every other reality TV show in the world, they just expect it or assume that it's gonna happen.
Well, and then like one of the guys that's his coworker still, I went to the Christmas party, right? Like the Christmas party. And I was dressed like how I usually dress when I go out. But I made sure to introduce myself to all the girlfriends first. Right. Like, hi, I'm Alex. I used to work here. Oh, this is my boyfriend. Like, I'm not single. I'm not a threat type of thing. And then I would say hi to like the guys that I knew. Yeah. And like one of the guys later, he was like, oh yeah, my girlfriend saw you as soon as you came in and asked who you were. Da-da-da. And then he's like, you know, she's super insecure. Or he didn't say super, but she's insecure. And then he started going into why she's insecure because she had like a C-section. And I was like, you don't have to tell me.
And maybe this is why she's insecure, because you keep opening your fucking mouth.
I was like, it's cool. I was like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's a normal thing right now that like people are like just overly like, jealous. I don't know.
Yeah. And like comparing themselves with like people they see on Instagram and everything else. So
we're both Virgos too. I feel like Virgos are very like chill when it comes to that.
Or like not bothered. Yeah.
Not bothered.
I can see that. For sure. Let's see.
How about you? How jealous are you too?
So I don't think I'm super jealous. I think that I'm possessive, but I don't think I'm
okay, so that's like the causes, right? Like
what causes like jealousy.
Yeah. There's insecurities and like low self-esteem, which I think like that's probably more common with
but women, again, why would you want to be in a relationship if that person is making you feel insecure or making you feel like you have low self-esteem, right? Like once it gets to that like weird like jealousy stage, don't you think you need to check, you know what I mean, like check yourself, like why am I feeling like this? Like
well, I don't think it's always the other person though. Like women have their own insecurities, I guess, and then you get into like women are always comparing themselves for the most part. Like I wish we didn't, but it fucking still happens.
Yeah, that's true actually.
So I guess it's like love yourself before you love somebody else.
Correct, exactly. And that's why they say that, because you'll bring that like weird insecurity and low self-esteem into your relationship, and then that's going to rub off on your partner. It's not their fault that you know what I mean, unless they're actively doing things to make you feel insecure or feel low about yourself.
You feel like as a Scorpio, you're like, your jealousy is like more of a sting than anything. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Because you're like, it says high neuroticism is like one of the, so neuroticism is like the range of your emotion is like wider. Like Virgos are like here and Scorpios are like here.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Because every Scorpio I know is like super jealous.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe when I was younger, I was
Yeah, I was
more
gonna
jealous.
say, I think you've grown out of it.
Yeah. And then I mean, I wouldn't be with someone that made me feel jealous or made me feel insecure. But I mean, I'm in my 30s now. When I was younger, maybe not as like emotionally in tune or emotionally intelligent. Like I thought that shit was normal, but no, I'm not trying to feel like that every damn day. I'm trying to feel good every time I wake up.
I feel like at the end of the day, like you don't have to look for things either. Like you'll find out.
I don't know. Yeah. Or not. I mean, people are shady, but
that's true.
You just
the thing that sucks is that you might find out, but it'll be like 20 years from now.
Right.
It'll be like a recap of our first episode where you pop up with the kid.
Yeah. Or also it's the fear of abandonment too that causes insecurity. But I feel like that's a catch-22 because if you're afraid they're going to abandon you and you're insecure, they're going to be turned off by your insecurity and then want to then abandon you.
Yeah.
So like you just need to keep yourself in check.
Well, and you got to have your own independence within like your relationship too, right? You can't just I didn't leave me.
Be engulfed in that person all the time. Yeah, no, absolutely.
That is super, like, that's the one thing I forgot about a relationship. Like, it is hard to, like, because I have so many hobbies that I'm like, dang, I haven't even read a book since we've been in a relationship. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's, like, you're trying to spend the available time you have with each other that you don't do, like, the things you normally do. Yeah. And then it makes you feel like you're too involved in your relationship.
Yeah. I feel like if I am jealous, it would be in my relationship. Like I've seen so many different like levels of jealousy in my life. Like my parents would be jealous of one another. Like if I was having too much fun with the other parent, right? Like, or if my mom saw me having too much fun with my stepmom, she would be jealous. You know, if my friend saw me having too much fun with my other friend, she would be jealous. You know what I mean? Like just, I've experienced it myself. So I'm like, not, it's just gross to me.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I think a lot of times when we think about jealousy, we're just thinking about like in our relationship, but there's like so many other like
I've definitely dealt with like girlfriends being jealous, and then I always had that like, let me dim myself down, but then like, I don't know, I was doing that for too long. So that's kind of part of my like New Year's resolution, to not like dim myself anymore for the people. It's like, I'm gonna wear what I want to the Christmas party, too bad.
Right. Yeah.
Did you see that outfit? My gosh, Tiff, she doesn't follow me on Instagram apparently. Anyway.
I don't think so.
Okay, so I did have one, like my first boyfriend, who was like my high school sweetheart. He was jealous, but it was never a problem between us. It was like he was ready to fight someone for like looking at me or trying to hit on me, but we never had a problem between us.
That's weird. Well, at least
like
didn't take it out on you. Yeah. And my high school boyfriend was the opposite. Like if someone would be checking me out, he would be mad at me. I'm like, bro, you're dating me because I look good. Like now you're mad that other people also think that. Like, and I would get called a whore and all kinds of crazy shit.
My gosh,
I look back on my relationships and I'm like, bro, I was so sick. Like the way guys are, they like love bomb the fuck out of you in the beginning. But I mean, I was young. I feel like a lot of us were in toxic.
I like that. My boyfriend now, like I'm like, you saw my Instagram before, like you know, like I'm not changing myself. Like this is what you get.
For sure. Yeah.
You got to be secure about it. Other people look. It's like, but yeah, we don't have really jealousy between us. We just, the other people like waiting for it is weird.
Yeah.
Like, or like even like it's been like that all week. Like there was like I was like in my car ready to get in it, and he's like in front of the car, and I just went like whatever, like as a joke because we were messing about stuff. And like one of his guy friends who walked by thought we were arguing. Oh God. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I said it like with a smile. Relax.
It must have been your resting bitch face.
Yeah, that's true. Social media part.
Oh yeah. Do you like go through your boyfriend's social media at all?
No.
No. So you don't care if like he's liking girl stuff or girls are liking his stuff?
I don't know if we talked about this on here, but I was like, oh, I did like see that when he
likes
opened
some trashy person.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it doesn't bother me that he follows girls like that. It bothers me that I don't think they're attractive at all. Is that weird? Because I'm like, if I thought she was fire, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we don't even have the same taste, bro. Like, oh, I'm glad I didn't see that before we got together. I'm
it
like,
makes you start thinking about them differently
like,
and shit. Yeah, like
you didn't think you could pull someone as hot as me. You were following these ugly bitches.
Yeah, like I don't care if you're gonna follow like Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner and like their shit. Obviously, you're never gonna meet them. But if you're liking some random local stripper shit, like the fuck is wrong with you?
I guess. Yeah, because I'm like, there's so many local guys.
Or like if the girl's following him back, right?
Okay, yeah. If there's like local girls that he's following that like don't follow him back, I guess I'd be like, ew, you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
You're like my fans, how they are. But like, they're ew, okay.
Ew.
Maybe I'll let you go through it on a show.
Yeah.
I'll just give it to you and be like, here, go through this.
Yeah. Do it so I can
I don't have the energy for that. I don't even go through my own Instagram.
It's super toxic. You shouldn't have the energy for
it.
it.
Oh, he did ask me about my DMs. He was like, so you know how you post like sexy pictures? And I was like, yeah. Like, where's this going?
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you do when like guys say like crazy stuff? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, like what happens? And I was like, I just block them. Like, what are you talking about?
You don't have to accept.
Yeah, I think he was like, I don't know, wanted to see how crazy it got, but like Instagram's filtered a lot. You don't get like deep pics and stuff like you used to.
Oh yeah, and that's another reason why you should have an
recognition technology.
That's another reason why you should have an OnlyFans, because if guys are DMing you crazy shit, just send them your link, and you can literally have pictures that you've already posted on Instagram on there just to monetize, because they're like curious.
I keep telling him we should do one together.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do one on my own.
Yeah, that takes a sting out of it when you're like, oh, I want to include you.
Oh, does it? Dang it.
I feel like it, yeah. Because then they're like, oh, we're doing it together versus she's doing it by herself. You know what I mean?
For like the people viewing?
No, for your like boyfriend's like feeling secure, you know what I mean? Instead of being like, oh, she's on OnlyFans, it's like we're doing it together.
We're doing it together. He likes to take the pictures. I'm like, the content is there.
Yeah.
We could be getting paid for that.
Yeah, might as well. He's probably got people that want to see him. You've got people that want to see you. It's a 2-for-1.
And we get like a few like DMs about it, like, oh, this picture's hot. Or like, you guys should be getting paid for this picture.
Right. Well, dang, you're just missing out.
Okay, maybe I'll crack him. Let me work on it a little more.
Gas is expensive, dude. You need to talk about it. You need to think about it.
Gas is expensive. That's always a good reason to have a side hustle.
Yeah, because no one can argue with it. What are they going to say? Oh, but it's going back down. No, it's not. It never
it goes down to go back up.
It's always going to go back up, bro.
Oh my gosh. Jealousy. Did you see the... we should talk about this earlier, but the Gabrielle Union thing for current events that we didn't talk about before.
Oh, yeah, about how she was married before.
She was married and she said she had like a right to cheat in her, what was it? How did she say it?
She had a right to cheat because she funded the relationship.
Yeah, because she made more money, which is freaking hilarious.
And also that they didn't want to let their marriage get in the way of their dating.
You know, she should date Future, or that's who she should have dated. Like her with that mentality, and then date Future.
Well, she's different now, but yeah, back then, I mean, if you know they're cheating, right? Like, I feel like it just gives you the pass to also cheat. But that's toxic as fuck, because you guys should have just broke up. But some people are stubborn like that, you know?
It said that too, like, we shouldn't have made it past the dating stage. But then it was like, well, then how did you if you were dating, but you're dating other people, but then you got married?
Yeah.
They didn't have any jealousy.
No, and sometimes people just want to be married and they just want to have a wedding, so they'll do whatever.
I don't even remember her being married to that guy.
I honestly don't either. I remembered she was married to someone I didn't know who. And when I saw him, I was like, who the hell's this guy? I've never seen this guy before. I don't know.
No idea.
Did you see that? Oh, have you ever fought a girl over a guy?
I was going to ask you that. That question was up specific. Have you ever beat a bitch's ass to...
Yeah, I've beat up
over a dude?
So many girls. Okay, hold on. Over a guy. Kind of.
Was it your guy or their guy? I hate when girls want to fight me over their dude, because I'm like, I don't know this dude.
Yeah. Well, actually, one of the girls I beat up, like we were like friends, and I found out she was talking to my kid's dad behind my back.
Oh yeah, okay, that'll do it.
But we were already friends. Like she had been to my house, she met
Yeah.
my mom, she borrowed my clothes, she met my kid. You know what I mean? And you're
Yikes.
talking to my baby's dad behind my back, like.
You had solid proof?
Oh yeah, I went through his phone back in the day when I was crazy, and I would go through people's phones. And it was also weird because he would sleep with his phone in his pocket, and then it was like
in his pocket.
Yes, dude, and that's how I knew. And then it was like the droid, so you had to like have like a whole like crazy like pattern.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this dumb motherfucker thinks he's smarter than me. All I had to do was see it one time. I like looked over my shoulder one day and saw his little pattern. I was like, I got his ass. Waited for his phone to fall out of his pocket. Bloop.
So do you go through guys' phones now? Now that happened?
Nope.
Did you before? And like some point you stopped.
Yeah, because I had dated a bunch of really shady characters. I haven't really dated people that made me want to go through their shit since then. Yeah.
If you make me want to go through your phone, we're probably like, we're already done.
Yeah. Like, no, exactly. Like, oh now, my God, younger me was dumb as fuck. Younger me was dumb as shit. Like I have so many horror stories from when I was younger. But yeah, I definitely fought a girl over a guy, but I wouldn't do that shit now.
At least it was your guy.
I mean, I would have to like literally find her in my house, you know what I mean, to want to put hands on a person now, because ultimately that's his fault. You know what I mean? That's who you should really be fighting.
That's what they like. I get DMs from dudes, but it's worse when the girls get on the DMs, because then it's usually them like talking shit to me about a dude who's like talking to himself in the DM, and I'm like, you see, I'm not responding.
I never liked. I'm not the one sending flame emojis. Yeah, no, like my tattoo artist girlfriend, she'll fucking write me all the time, like, you can have him, bitch. I don't want him. I have a whole man. I have a whole. You can have him, or come get him, or whatever. What? No, I don't even know where y'all live. What the fuck are you doing?
They used to happen a lot because like my last like job was, I had like a lot of rappers were my clients, so like they'd have my number and just, but it would always be about clothes, and I would never let them cross that boundary. Like, don't even call me baby, right? But oh my God, every now and then I would get some girl fucking like sending me crazy videos like, look bitch, it's my shampoo in his shower, like the stupidest
I don't care about that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, does he
I would
have the money for that shirt yet? Like
I would never message a girl over my dude. That is so weird. That's so weird to me. And like how they just come up with these stories like in their mind, like because they saw their boyfriend like one of your things, like now you're trying to take them and shit. Come get him, bitch. What? No one wants
First of all, it's insulting that you even think that this dude is on my level.
Right. I'm like, your boyfriend just does good tattoos. The fuck? And I paid him for them, and he fed your baby and paid your rent with that money. So why are you really mad at me? Toxic. You should say thank you. You're welcome.
That's his business, and you're like hitting up his clients. Like,
don't be with a tattoo artist if you can't handle him being around like attractive girls.
You're like, shut up, bitch. I'll have him tattoo my shade next time.
Oh God.
I'm like, I don't know what words we can say on here. Sorry.
Probably none of them. Someone asked me the other day, like, what's the craziest thing you have done, like, in a relationship? I feel like you don't have any crazy stories.
No, I don't.
You don't? You've never done anything
so.
crazy? So one of the craziest things, like, I've had an ex stab all my tires and bust out all my windows on my car. My sister's ex busted out all her tires, my tires, and my mom's tires.
Oh, shit.
My craziest ex, one of the ones that tried to hurt themselves after I left,
unalive themselves.
I was out of town, and I used to do like promo modeling and stuff, and I would have like, I was doing like pinup stuff, so I had a bunch of heels. All the heels I had left at the house, he took one of each pair away and did something with them.
Hilarious.
So the fucking like fury of looking for all of your shoes, like limited edition, like custom, like just crazy shit, looking all over the place, can't find them. So now you have that burn in your soul when you have to pick up your remaining shoes and throw those away.
Dang, girls would do that to guys, twice. Like being like, do it to your Jordans, twice. You know, like fucking.
I wouldn't.
Left eye, some shit like fucking burn all your sneakers.
Nah. That's horrible. The most toxic thing I did in a relationship was actually to my ex-husband. I don't know how into detail I want to get into this.
Okay, take it back.
Okay, so I went to jail.
Damn, that's what we started.
And when I got out of jail, I was so enraged because he's the one that put me in there. He's also the one that bailed me out and picked me up, piece of shit. So all of his shirts, right? Okay. I cut a hole right here in every single shirt, and all of his pants and shorts.
Tell me that's not what you went to jail for, though.
No, I went to jail for something way less crazy. Okay. Well, that's another day. And then in all the pants, you know, the pockets, I cut like a slit in every single pocket. And he said he didn't realize it at first. He like put on one pair of pants and put his phone in the pocket, and it slid to the floor. And he was like, that's weird. So he changed his pants. And on the second pair, he's like, she got me. And he realized it. So he had to buy like all new pants.
I mean,
all new shirts.
I want to hear like a questionnaire of other girls that have stories like this where they did something that petty.
I cut holes in his socks. Bro, I had an ex steal my dog one time.
Oh no.
I had a Pomeranian and he stole it, so I would talk to him.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, like I've had such crazy shit happen to me. I would never. Now the craziest thing I would do now would be like pack up your stuff so you could leave faster. But I wouldn't like mess up anything. Like, yeah, I already did all that.
Okay, no, I definitely didn't do anything, but that's cool because I had my story time was last episode.
But you've never done anything crazy, and you've never had anyone do anything crazy to you?
Not that was an actual relationship, no. Just like stalking shit, but that's another episode.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, stalking in a relationship is so scary.
Stalking not in a relationship.
That's true. Stalking in general is so scary, but yeah. My boyfriend that stole my dog would stalk the shit out of me.
That's crazy. The dog thing, oh, that's too far. Yeah. I would have done something crazy to that guy.
And you know what's crazy is that guy's a cop now. So he's a fucking cop and he's a complete psychopath. Heck? Yeah.
They're supposed to like background check your familiar people. I think how the heck did he pass that?
No offense, but I feel like a lot of cops, you know what I mean?
That's funny. I was just talking to someone about that today. The 2 times I've been pulled over where like so cops could like hit on me or something. Like the most recent. Like one time a cop, like I was parallel parked and a cop blocked me in so that he could talk to me and like wouldn't, like he threatened to like DUI like check me. And I don't drink, but I didn't want him to like touch me or something.
Right.
And he like wouldn't leave until I gave him my number and he like checked that it was my number.
That's weird and creepy.
No, I've had like incidences like that.
Yeah. Cops are creepy. Anyway, so for next week,
direct suggestions.
Yeah. Next week,
we'll do stalking.
Yeah. Or something else crazy.
Okay. You want to do butt stuff again, don't you?
That's my favorite. That butt stuff.
Is there that on your OnlyFans? Subscribe to Tips OnlyFans. You should sell tips on the petty things to do.
Should we do a whole No. I was going to say we should do a whole episode on how to give blowjobs, but that's like prime content.
Yeah, you have to pay for that. That's when like we get to the subscription services.
Yeah. Because there is someone on YouTube that has a tutorial and she has millions of views.
I know who you're talking about. Like, I've definitely seen it.
Yeah, right. Someone showed it to me and I was like, whoa, that is intense.
Oh my gosh.
Also, there's like tutorials on how to squirt. That's pretty crazy too.
Interesting. Okay, that one I did not know.
Yeah, you can learn anything on YouTube.
All right. I guess we'll see you guys next Thursday. See what our topic will be.
Yeah. Drop some comments on what you want to see us talk about. But yeah, we're going to have to come